the very last minute, some paint companies agreed to drop their ballot measure, and KPIX5's Julie Watts is here with all of the late details. Julie.
This ballot measure would have shifted the liability for lead paint cleanup from the paint companies to California taxpayers. It was dubbed the Healthy Homes and Schools Bond Act, and it was largely criticized as being deceptive and misleading. So today, Consumer Watchdog gave the paint company Sherwin-Williams an ultimatum: either pull the measure or face a boycott.
Brandy and Joseph Glazer were shocked to learn their Fairfield dream home may have poisoned their 3-year-old son.
Well, the windowsill tested positive for lead paint. And he was just sitting there watching for Daddy and got sick.
Turns out much of their home was contaminated with old lead paint, and they say little Andrew's lead levels were more than 4 times what's considered elevated. Lead poisoning can cause lifelong behavioral and learning problems. It's an issue in older homes, at the heart of a lawsuit against paint companies and a ballot measure sponsored by paint companies.
Every 5-year-old knows that if you make a mess, you should clean it up. They need to clean up their mess.
Mary Alexander represented 10 California cities and counties that sued paint companies for knowingly endangering public health by selling lead paint. The courts ordered Sherwin-Williams and Conagra to pay to clean up lead paint in homes built before 1951.
So to get out of this responsibility, they have filed an initiative and they collected signatures.
Sherwin-Williams was backing a bond act that would have shifted the liability for lead paint cleanup from the paint companies to California taxpayers to the tune of $4 billion. They called it the Healthy Homes and School Bond Act, which critics say was a deceptive way to collect enough signatures to qualify for the November ballot. Santa Clara County and San Francisco filed a lawsuit this week to block the initiative.
If that initiative goes to the ballot, this boycott goes coast to coast.
And today, Consumer Watchdog called on consumers to take action if Sherwin-Williams didn't pull the bond measure.
They shouldn't buy paint and give their money to a paint maker that is refusing to live up to its legal responsibility to reimburse the public when it poisons children.
Meanwhile, the Glazers have repainted their home, and so far, little Andrew's okay. But they say doctors have no idea what the future holds.
Now, several lawmakers, including David Chu of San Francisco, drafted legislation to counter this ballot measure. Just after the deadline this evening, they gathered in Sacramento to announce that Sherwin-Williams agreed to withdraw it. Now, reporting by CBS's John Blackstone is being credited this evening for bringing attention to the issue, along with Consumer Watchdog and, of course, those lawmakers. A lot of folks coming out against this legislation, and at the final hour, they pulled it.
Absolutely. All right, Julie. Thank you.